Hello there, everybody. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome in. I'm Drip the Deer, and I am not going to give up until I beat the 10th challenge level in Kaycee's mod. We're on 9 now, and it's already getting pretty tough. But I'm not giving up yet. Last time we played, we beat challenge level 8, and we unlocked this new totem, where all of our cards in our starting deck have 1 less health. And I was kind of postulating what that might mean for some of our weaker cards that only, well, start with 1 health. And we're going to find out today. I'm thinking that we've gotten to the point in the challenge where the only way that we're going to be able to survive is by trying to get a really strong Mantis deck to pop off. So, with that goal in mind, let's see if we can't make something amazing happen. Hello? Oh, hang on a minute. There it goes. Stuttered a little bit there. Just as a friendly reminder, this is the dev build of this mod from the developer. It is very much so in beta. Oh, weak cards. Hard to explain. Perhaps they are sick. Yes. Please, my cards. They're very sick. Okay, so it seems like our 1 health cards stay at 1 health. So not too bad, all things considered. Okay. So we've gotten an amazing starting lineup. With Field Mice, we can get a Mantis God who infinitely replicates to our hand. And with Magpie, we can always search it out. The trick is, we're going to need to smush those cards together. So let's start off here. With an attack power-up, I think, we start off by giving it to Mantis God. I do eventually want to spend my ringworms to sacrifice them to the fire, get some free upgrades to the rest of the game, but I prefer to wait until there's a health upgrade before I do that. Because the temptation is very strong to just throw a Mantis God out there turn 1 and be confident that you're going to win the round. Just like that. So I think that is a pretty good example of our early game, the way it's going to look. Now here, I think we want a cheap card to put Scry on. Raven Egg is not bad. I'll take it. And I think our first step is to get rid of Field Mouse and put that on Mantis God. Now we will never have to worry about being out of a Mantis God. And, bonus, thins the deck. Or continues to keep the deck thin. So. And just like that, we got another Mantis in our hand. So this can ball out of control pretty quickly, I think. For the pelts, I'm not too worried about that. So let's go right on in here. Because he's not going to be able to sell me any pelts. I don't have any, well... Okay, so he's gonna put 1 in my deck, which is gonna bloat it a little bit. Not what I was hoping for, but it's what we got. Okay, attack power. Once again, I do want to get rid of Ringworm at some point, but I also want to give the attack upgrades to Mantis so that we can spend the health upgrades, which are not quite as valuable based on the build we're doing, and send those over to the Ringworm. So, the reason we wanted 3 health on our Mantis is for exactly this reason. Oh, direwolf pup, cool. When he's got a boulder kind of blocking a path, and we can't access 3 lanes to get the turn 1 kill. This way, 2 lanes will suffice. However, at this current juncture, we do not have our Mantis God. So to make up for it, I think what we'll do is we will... Oh, I immediately regret that. No, it's okay. Because, yeah, this is fine. We're not going to do anything just yet. And we're going to dig for Mantis God. Didn't get it. That's fine. We're going to keep going. It's going to show up eventually. We'll drop a rabbit pelt there to block. We will lose this turn, however, because he's going to do 2 damage to us. How do we prevent that from happening? Well, pliers will give us the edge we need. And from there, we should survive long enough to draw Mantis God this turn. There he is. We're going to do 3 to each lane. Still not enough to survive Direwolf, though. So I'm thinking... I think we need to use one of our squirrels. We'll put 1 Mantis here, and we'll do 1 Mantis here. That way, we ensure we're doing enough damage to take out that Direwolf, and also do a little bit of damage. So, now we're safe. Now we just ride it out to the end of the match, get a little bit of overkill points. Nice. Wow, a lot of overkill points, in fact. Don't mind that at all. Take a rando card. Well, we've got 2 birds so far. We could go for a bit of a bird synergy. That was helping us out last time. And now, can we get a health upgrade? Nope, it's attack again, but our Mantis God is about as powerful as we're ever going to want it to be. So I feel like this is a good opportunity to try and sacrifice Ringworm. Hopefully it'll eat it. It will, nice. Okay, so now we get free upgrades for the rest of the run. And we get some free bones. Don't mind that. Now, I feel like we want to start aiming for an upgrade token. Or totem, I should say. And Bird Totem is precisely what we wanted. Our super strong run that we had recently ended up with a Bird Scry combination. And that was pretty much everything that we needed. Now, if we get a lucky first draw, which we've been... There we go. Lucky first draw, we throw Mantis God out there to start. And suddenly, we're in Phase 2. I don't think he'll be able to do much of anything to stop us from just taking him out at this point. Because even with Mantis God taken off the field, I've easily got an ability to summon another one. And just like that, he's done. So we've got our engine. This is precisely what we need our deck to be doing every fight, all fight. The trick is going to be consistency, as is always the struggle. Once again, going to try and stack up for birds in hopes that we can, you know, get a totem perhaps working for us. Hold on. What's this? This looks new. Interesting. I have no idea what that is. That must be something that they've added in the patch. Well, I'm tempted to check it out, but on the other hand, We want to aim for these free fires that we've got, as well as get the other half of our totem. So this path here is very tempting. Although this path will get us the combination that we were looking for. Okay, let's give it a try. I want to see what that thing is. I don't want to frick around too much when we've got such a powerful run going, especially on our first run of the night, but my curiosity is definitely getting to me. Now, I do like this sigil. The alpha is pretty meh. I think I'm gonna go for the corpse maggot, just to maybe put that sigil on somebody else. So let's check out what this thing does. Oh! It's our slime friend! Oh no. I thought I had tossed this bottle in the river. I will make myself useful. Paint just like the master. Not as good as the master, no. I may make some errors. What shall I paint for you? Okay. So... I have no idea what he is suggesting right now. But let's give him a raven egg and see what happens. Yes. See what we can do. It's just like your car. Oh, I get it! I love it. It's kind of patronizing our little slime boy. Please don't make me put you away again. Okay, so, lesson learned. That is a duplicate node. It will copy a card in our deck, but make it a little worse than it was going in. So, knowing what I know now, I would have much preferred to duplicate our Mantis. So, for now, I think we kind of just have to pass and pray that Mantis shows up. Still not there. Okay. And if my math is correct, he's gonna do 1, 2, 3 damage to us, and we can't take that much damage. So we need to do something to even the playing field. What is that something going to be? We can take 1 damage, but not 3. So, I think what we have to do... So we can start by matching his Kingfisher. That neutralizes 1. We can then steal his Raven Egg, which I think is going to hatch this turn. And that will give us a bit more damage. Or at least mitigate some. And I'm pretty sure... I mean, I do hate to use all of our items like this, especially in a suboptimal sort of way. But I don't think there's any other way that we get enough health to survive what's going on here. Yeah, see, we were 1 away. If we didn't play what we had, we would have been in some pretty dire straits. And thankfully enough, we did get our Mantis. Now, who gets sacrificed to play him, though? I don't think it really matters. Let's go with Kingfisher. In fact, we can just sacrifice pretty much everyone. I don't see why we wouldn't. He's going to do more damage no matter what. So, let's just do that. We get lots of overkill. Not that we really need it that much, but, you know. Just to style on him a little bit. So we did use up all of our items to win that fight, which, not great. And we are getting a lot of cards in our deck that are causing some bloating issues. But, oh, hello, a raccoon. You're adorable. Scavenger. When a card bearing this sigil is on the board, opposing creatures also provide bones. Huh. I mean, that's cute. Why not? You're a cheap card. Now, free fire is nice. Getting items, again, would be very nice, but I really want to crush together our two sigils here. I feel like that's going to be the most valuable thing we can do, is thin the deck and get some scry going. So, throw Magpie in, and maybe put scry on... we'll put it on Sparrow. Yeah, that works for me. Now, hopefully, this will give us a little bit more consistency in our deck. Once again, as long as we draw our Mantis turn 1, we're golden. The trouble comes when we don't draw Mantis turn 1, and we have to survive long enough to do so. Fortunately, we didn't take the single candle penalty, so we at least have a little bit of a margin of error each map. Oh my. Well, I mean, So on the one hand, we've got so many teeth that we can spend here, and we could easily buy this golden pelt. But on the other hand, my goal is to keep this deck as thin as possible, and adding in more cards than we need to is kind of antithetical to that goal. So I think I'm going to stick to my guns, and we're not going to buy anything. We're going to keep this deck very thin, because that's how the engine works. I don't believe that we have anybody we can combine. So that means... Oh no, just kidding, we have our Raven Egg. Well, that's perfect. Because that was an accidental duplication anyway. So thinning that back down is, you know, best case scenario, I think. Now I see we've got another totem coming up ahead, and we've also got an item bag coming up ahead. Both of which I am very interested in grabbing on our way up to this boss. Question is, do I want the items or the fire upgrade? I feel like the items are going to be more useful here. We want cheap people. Cuckoo is nice. It works with our nascent bird synergy that we are hoping to acquire. Perhaps even right here. Well... I mean, I don't hate this. It's at least usable in the meantime. We can get a whole ton of blockers out very quickly. We don't have any items, so I'm gonna load up on items because we didn't take the backpack decrease either. The paste has proven invaluable many times. The pliers, I don't really respect them that much, but you know, they might come in handy. And the stopwatch, well, I have to be smart enough to use it, and I'm not sure if I want to count on myself for that. Now, let's see what we can do about this angler. Give me that turn 1. Nope, didn't get it. Okay, so weren't able to get the turn 1. Aren't able to get the turn 1 Mantis, but there's no reason why we can't throw Kingfisher out here to kind of lead the way. You're going to be moving around some. So if that's the case, maybe I want... Maybe we'll put a raccoon out there too? And we'll hold our rabbit pelt in hand just as a chump blocker when needed. Like, well, you know, it's not going to help that much. But... okay, Cuckoo. Again, not bad. Not great either. I don't mind getting Cuckoo out there, but I do want to put Rabbit Pelt there to block bad stuff from happening. So we're still trading pretty well. Really just looking for that Mantis, and then we're in good shape. He doesn't have a whole lot of momentum to fight me here. Oh, very nice. Alright, so in that case, we'll perhaps throw out a ringworm for him to have, because I don't mind him having that. However, now we have a bit of a problem. We did get our Mantis God. Actually, if I can get rid of this raccoon, I'm pretty sure he can't do anything to us because all of our creatures fly right now. So as long as he isn't going to be summoning anything else on his side of the field, we can just hit over everything. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, in fact, we can continue doing this little gambit here and bump up the damage a little bit further. There's nothing he can do to stop this bird army that we've accrued. Didn't even need to use our Mantis this time. Okay. So it's good to know that we have a somewhat sustainable backup plan. I want to keep the deck cheap, so Bullfrog is where it's at. Now, I don't think that backup plan is super great. Only because, well, it only worked because none of his things were attacking. Are there any combinations that we want to do at this point, or do we just want to duplicate another Mantis God? I think we just want to duplicate a Mantis. The temptation is definitely there. We get 2 challenges on our way up, by the way, which is interesting. I'm kind of tempted to just fail the challenge off the get. So that we avoid getting, you know, more cards in the deck than we need. But, for funsies, let's see if we can draw 2 birds. 1? No? Yes. Okay, so we've got something here. Oh boy, I don't like any of these. The tentacle that gets stronger every turn, I feel like that could work. Even without anything else going on in this deck, I feel like we can make that work. And we can try to do a combination or run up for a fire, perhaps. But I don't think we have any combinations that we need right now. Oh my gosh, I love this new node. This is great. So, I really hope that this does not destroy our other card in any way. Okay. I think he made it better. I think he literally just gave us a better version of Mantis God. Well, that's pretty amazing. I like that. Okay, very good. So, we just plop down our bigger, beefier Mantis God and go to town. Not bad at all. Now, here's the question. We don't have anybody to combine right now. I don't think. I don't see any duplicates. Except our Mantis God, but I'd rather have 2 of him in the deck. So, Mycologist is no good, unless we manage to luck into a duplicate at the cave. I think what I'd rather do is go here and spend our pelt, and then maybe go up the path with the fire. So what can we get for this? Skink is nice. I don't mind Skink. In fact, I think that might be the best option on the board for us. Direwolf Pup is nice, because we got the multi-sacrifice birds on our side. But Skink being a one sacrifice, I feel like that's very solid. Plus, he's good for defense. In fact, we've got full items, so I don't want to go up this path, especially if it means a totem fight. So maybe we'll get a little bit more health? Nope. Attack. So what would we want to be a stronger attacker in this case? Raven Egg is an interesting choice. I'm not sure if the attack power follows along with it after it, you know, transforms. But something to be said for that. I feel like I want to upgrade somebody who's not going to get more combinations. So Sparrow would be who I go for there. Because anybody else can get crunched together for sigils. So instead, we're going to upgrade Sparrow a little bit. Although immediately I'm like, why would we want that? Because if we've drawn Sparrow, then our very next card is going to be Mantis God anyway, so, okay. Well, live and learn. So we didn't get any of the cards we needed. And this bull is going to be a pain in the butt. So here's what we'll do. We'll get Skink out there as a defender. That's about the best I think we can hope for right now. Well, he's going to block for 2 at least. Got that going for us. Cuckoo's not awful. Can at least sacrifice him to get the tentacles out there. We need to do 2 damage to knock out your bull. And I'm pretty sure our tentacle can do that. So... Wait, am I doing this math incorrectly? I think I am. Because if we sacrifice this to get the cuckoo out there, we're not going to have anything else to put you out. Although, we could do the raccoon. Yeah, I think we got to go with the raccoon. So, we'll drop raccoon out there. And I believe, if I understand the way this card works correctly, it's been 2 turns, so you should have... Oh. So I did not understand. That's a problem. Okay. I thought that would have 2 attack power. He does not, in fact, have 2 attack power. Although we've got Mantis God now, so hopefully that means our problems are over. In fact, well, we just throw a few more out there, just for good measure. I think we're still okay. I mean, really, we just need Mantis God to keep on living. Because once we get the Mantis Gods rolling out, I don't think there's anything they can do to stop us. The other interesting synergy we have now is kind of like an infinite bones, too. Because we can just keep sacrificing Mantis Gods for other Mantis Gods and generating an infinite amount of bones. Something to be said for that. I do like the card deletion. That's solid. I'll take the Sparrow in hopes of combining them later. And who can we cut from our deck just straight out? Ringworm is never going to be valuable to us, so I think we get rid of Ringworm. Yeah. Yeah. And we got another fire on our way up here, which is nice. I would not mind running into a mycologist at some point. And we got our Mantis God. You'll love to see it. Don't need anybody else, really. I mean, we can go for huge overkill points, but we're not really interested in buying anything from the trader anyway, so why accumulate wealth? That's my philosophy, anyway. Well, we want more birds. Raven Egg? Okay, don't mind it. Kinda mind it, but what are you gonna do, right? More attack power. Okay. So once again, we need somebody who's gonna be powerful. Who's gonna be able to do some damage in our wake. I think Skink is a good candidate here, because if I'm not mistaken, the attack upgrade that it gets also transfers over to its tail. So having it do a little bit of damage on the tail end is nice too. None of these are really that impressive. I think I want to keep the sacrificial birds. Although... No, this is fine. We can get a whole bunch of attackers / defenders out in one fell swoop. Now, it's got evolving reptiles, which includes the frogs and frog traps, I'm pretty sure. So this is a dangerous fight if we don't get Mantis turn 1. And we did not. So, how do we do this? I think we start by blocking your lane. We know that these guys are going to evolve, so I'd love to be able to do 2 damage to them. I mean, we could throw Raccoon out there as a chump blocker, knowing that it's going to summon the Corpse Maggot afterwards. In fact, I think that's got to be the play. I don't want to take up this valuable real estate because that's where Mantis God is going to go eventually. So you're going to chip. Oh geez, I didn't realize they were going to evolve quite so quickly. Now we really need Mantis God. Didn't get it yet. Okay. It's a little worrisome. So these guys are doing 2 damage to me every turn. Right now I've got 2 undefended damage. Because you're going to block this attack. Which means I'm taking 1. I mean... yeah, I guess I can withstand the hits. So I feel like I've got to do that. Or maybe we... No, this is fine. Just let the turn pass. We're going to take 1 damage net. And we're going to fish again for Mantis. Oh, no. Okay. It's getting spooky. Well, we have to throw Skink out there. You're not going to do enough to kill it. And neither is Kingfisher, frankly. But you will equalize a little bit of the damage done. So right now, I am taking 2 and doing 1. Which means I'm not dying yet. Although, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get Kingfisher out there to give me a little bit more breathing room, I think. Let's try it. Because then this guy's going to move over. Yep. Come on, please. No! Oh, just 1 Mantis. This is all I ask. Okay, you're going to do enough to kill him. I need to do 1 damage in this lane. Or do I? No, I definitely do. Because you're going to get eaten by this trap, and then the red heart is going to come out. Spilt blood, equal to the number of sacrifices made during your turn. Ugh, oh boy. So, just to keep the tally going, we're doing 1 damage here, taking 2 damage here. We will lose if we don't do something to block this lane. You're doing 2 damage. Raven Egg can withstand that. So I think we put Raven Egg here to allow you to suck up a hit. Now the tricky part is we're opening ourselves up to a lot of nastiness. Oh boy. Okay. So, good news. Gonna get rid of this frog. You're gonna clear this lane. We really just need our mantis. Still don't have our mantis. This is okay. This is totally okay. Because now... Why do you have two? Oh, I understand now. Also, I could have sworn that bell ringer meant however many turns that have passed in the fight is how much damage you do. It does not seem to be the case. Alright, well... This is gonna become problematic pretty quick. We're not getting the engine that we need. Come on. There's our mantis. Okay. Better late than never. So how do we pull this back? I'm thinking we just load up the field with mantises. Wait, I didn't mean to do that. Let's, hold on. Sacrifice one of those guys and put him over there. Okay. Now we're doing enough to start evening the playing field a little bit. And we're knocking out most of his attackers. So now we're back in the fight. You'll love to see it. And we get our other Mantis God too, just for good measure. Okay. We're back in this. Got lots of pelts in hand, which means really all I want to do is clear the entire front row. And I don't really care about anything else. So, clear the front row, and we should do enough damage to kill you on this turn. It is a little bit worrying how tight this gets when we don't get our mantis right away. Wow, that's a lot of teeth. But this last fight is definitely more predictable, at least. It's almost always the same. I mean, another mantis? It's not terrible. Or another bird would be kind of nice too, but I think we're going to go with mantis, because you're at least cheap to play. Now, I would love an opportunity to cull a little bit from our deck last minute here. And I think the way we do that is right here at the combination station. Question is, who's going to get combined? So who do we never play first? Well, the birds are infinitely sacrificed. Don't want Skink to get eaten up. You know what? I wouldn't mind having Mantis's power on Skink. That's a pretty strong combination right there. Let's do that. You're already powerful. Let's make you a backup condition. Because if we can play Skink out there now, and there's two open lanes, suddenly we're winning that round. Alright. So his bugs now have spikes. Since our Mantis God replicates all the time, I'm not too worried about the spikes. However, it's a question of, can we draw a Mantis? We've got him. We've got him! And we've got a Scry, if we ever need it. Okay. Interesting. So I believe that our play is to just throw all the Mantises out there. Maybe what we do... Like, we have the win. We have the win right now. I'm just stepping through it to make sure I don't frick it up. So, Mantis God, 4 damage per lane. 1, 2. This will kill you on the second lane hit. Amalgam will come down after. You know, I think the play is just throw 2 Mantis Gods out. And, you know, let the universe sort it out. And every turn, we'll just add in more Mantis Gods. I'm pretty sure his Amalgam is just gonna get wiped away. I do have to worry about the pickaxe, though. Because that may become a little problematic. So far, he doesn't have any masks up, though. So, if he's not wearing a mask, I'm not going to worry about the mask too much. Because we still got him. Yeah, perfect. I don't think he does mask stuff in the final round. Okay. Still have a trick up your sleeve. Leshy, you need to get some new tricks. So much value, so he says. Well, this poor little moon is about to get busted. You know, I'm realizing that it could actually do some damage to our mantises, so instead, I'll just... That's like my favorite little final fuck you to Leshy, is just, wiping out his dang old moon. Suddenly his moon can't do anything of any value. There we go. Well, that was easier than I was expecting. I swear, this combination of fecundity on the Mantis God, too strong. Too strong. It still says I made 8 misplays. My goodness. Well, I'll take your word for it. Let's see what we got. No more lore entries yet. We do get a tadpole. So it's waterborne and will grow into a more powerful creature. Am I reading this correctly? Does it have no cost? It's kind of like a Gek? Nice. Oh, speaking of Gek, did we just get a Gek deck? Oh, this is cool. So we've got Rabbit, Tadpole, and Gek. I mean, it's rife for combos right there. All right. Yeah. And we've got Squirrel Fish. Your squirrels have waterborne. Now, why would that matter? They would no longer be able to be chump blockers for us. But we'd still be able to sacrifice them, right? I don't know, that one doesn't actually seem too bad. Squirrel Fish, my goodness. Okay. Well, that means we're on challenge level 10.